Hey everyone, it's Dion with Not On Cravings, and welcome back to the channel. And as you can see, it's a video that you all have been asking for a lot lately. That is another cooking video. And so for today's cooking video, we're going to do one of my favorites to make. It's my pasta bread bowl dish, which you've seen on Instagram that a lot of you beg me, Dion, please make a YouTube video, make a recipe. Well, here you go. Let's get to making this pasta bread bowl. And first things first that you're gonna need, of course, a round of bread. This is known as an Italian round. You can go buy it from any grocery store, or almost any grocery store if they have a bakery in it, or go to your local bakery and they should have it too. You can use the Italian round, or it's another round loaf you can use called, sorry about that y'all. You can use this called, what's it called? Pane Toscano or Pane Toscano. I think I just butchered it. So yeah, you can use that. For the pasta, I got some penne pasta, whole wheat, because I'm trying to live better and eat better. Says the guy about to eat a whole bread bowl though. Mushrooms, cherry tomatoes, some steamed broccoli, some shrimps. I'm just joking, y'all. Shrimp. And some chicken breast that I pounded out. First things first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna hollow out the Italian round. So let me get my gloves on. I'm just joking. And now the way I like to hollow out my pasta bread bowls is start in, cut horizontally, then vertically. You're just making the X. Then you take it and you just go around. Make sure you don't cut too close to the edge, because you want this to really form like a nice, deep bowl with some size to it, because you're gonna fill it up with pasta. Okay. Then once you do that, you just take your hands and you just start digging into it. There we go. All hollowed out, and make sure you don't do it too close to the bottom to where you puncture it. Make sure that stays intact. And now let's season the meat. And so I do got some plastic wrap down on top of the cutting board because I'm going to be using it later on. This is going to help protect it from any juices. But of course, I always have me dishwater ready to wash off anything, because safety first, food safety first. I always preach that all the time. Food safety first, no cross-contamination or nothing. All right, so let's get to seasoning. First, start off with some salt and pepper. This is a little special season that I made together, excellent blend. I would tell you what's in it, but then if I tell you, I would have to kill you. I'm just joking, but now this is a special seasoning that a coworker of mine came up with, and he showed me how to make it, and so only me and him know how to make it. So it's really our little secret. But season your meat the way you want it to taste. Okay, I will tell you a few things to help make up the seasoning. It's a little smoked paprika, chili powder, chili powder, garlic, onion, basic seasonings. So get some of that in there. And I'm gonna get that on both sides. Aha, see, look, I bet you thought I was gonna touch that seasoning back with it again, wasn't it? Nope. All right, and my skillet is already preheated, so I'm gonna go ahead and lay a chicken breast down in there. Make sure when you're cooking your meat, that pan is always hot. When you place meat down, it needs to be sizzling. Sizzling. Yeah. Sit that on the cutting board. You saw how, man, just look at how beautiful and golden brown these are. Shrimp are done cooking too. And now, rule of thumb when it comes to meat. This really applies for red meat, beef. It can even apply for chicken. It depends on the thickness of the meat. After you cook meat, always let it sit for a minute, well, for a couple minutes, because that's called carryover cooking. So as soon as you take it from the heat, it's still really cooking on the inside. So before I cut into this juicy pieces of chicken breast and just let all the juices out, I'm gonna let it sit for like 1 to 2 minutes, let the juices just collect inside, and then I'm gonna cut it, against the grain so that we can go ahead and get this pasta started. Because some of the chicken is gonna be going inside of the pasta, and then once I top the pasta, it's gonna have the shrimp and some chicken on top of it. And as you can see, I already cut up one. You already know I had to, taste it just a little bit to make sure it's right. And in fact, I know that smacking just made y'all cringe. Gotta make sure it's good. And boy, is this good. So now, let's cut up this one. Nice, even pieces. Let me recut that one. There we go. There we go. Whoops. Look at me trying to show out for y'all, but let that fall. But you see that? You see that? Do you see that? And now we're gonna add in some of our mushrooms. Some salt and pepper. I went ahead and put it in a bowl real quick. Just season those up real nice. Now, broccoli. Oops. Adding in the tomatoes. Now for some extra flavor, adding in a small thing of butter. Some garlic. And our pasta noodles. A couple of pieces of our chicken. Next important part, the cream. And make sure you add plenty of cream to this, because you got to remember, this is going to be going inside the bread bowl and it's going to soak up a lot of the sauce. And next, what we're going to add to it is a little white wine, some Chardonnay. If you have a preferred white wine you want to use it, and at the same time, you don't got to use wine, but wine always adds a nice flavor to it. And I'm adding just a little bit more salt and pepper to the pasta. Make sure you always season it as you go and taste it to make sure it is at the flavor you want it to be. Like I said, season it to your taste. Parmesan. Some Boursin cheese. Yeah, let me zoom in on that for you. There you go. Throw that in too, and just start mixing it all up. So now, this is boards and cheese. I found out about it while working at my job at Graceland because we would use it in our pastas, and I thought it was a great cheese to use for making Alfredos. It's different kinds of boursin. You know, you can buy them at your local grocery store if they have it, or you can order it online. Or say as if you can't find access to boards and cheese, you can really make your own. And all you do is you take some room softened cream cheese and you chop up some herbs and garlic and you add it to it, and bam, your own homemade boards and cheese. Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist. Yeah, that's good right there. And so now you don't want to cook it down too much because you don't want to overcook it. And you don't want to cook off too much sauce because, like I said, it's going inside the bread bowl and it's going to soak up a lot of it. I got our pasta poured into our bread bowl. I put it on a sheet tray. And now let's top it off. What we're going to do is take some chicken, just lay it down in there. You know, you can make it as pretty as you want. I'm gonna just pile it on there. Yeah, look at that. Take some shrimp. And now, question, do y'all like to leave the tails on or off? Me, depending on how I make the dish, if I know the shrimp is going on top, sometimes I'll leave the tail on just to give it a look. So in this case, I'll leave the tail on. Bam, just like that. And so now I'm gonna take a little bit of Parmesan. Sprinkle a little bit on top here and there. Just a little bit. And for just a little bit more color, a little bit of this cheddar and Monterey Jack blend. And now it goes in the oven underneath your broiler on high, not too close towards the top because you don't want it to burn. You just want that cheese to melt and get a golden brown color on it. You don't want to burn it. And there it is out of the oven. Will you just look at that? And now I got a little garlic butter to baste on top of it. So now let me baste this and make this look even better. With that garlic butter all wiped on, a little decor won't hurt. Some bits and pieces of parsley. You know, parsley makes everything look better. Bam! And there you have it. The ultimate pasta bread bowl that's even better than Domino's. Oh my God. Just look at that. Do y'all not see this? Now, you know I can't wait any longer, so let's go ahead and dig into this. And with this bad boy all done, let's dig into it. And you already know one of the first things I gotta grab. A good old shrimp. Y'all, this is good. I wish you were all right here right now. This is good. Sit that down right there. Now, let's dive in. And look at how just piping and steam hot that is. Mm. 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 Hold on, let me give y'all a closer up of this. Ooh, y'all see that? Y'all see that? I'm trying to get as much as I can in one bite, well, in one grab, so that y'all can see. Make sure none don't fall off, but just look at that. See how piping and steaming hot that is? Sorry, excuse me while I chew for a second. So, sorry everyone, but as you can see for the final part, I have to do a voiceover. I was having an issue with my mic, so I don't know what's going on with it. That's something I gotta work out. It's not happened before where I'm recording a clip, and when I go back to watch that clip, I see that the mic didn't capture the audio at all, like it was completely mute. But at the end, you know, I was talking about the pasta bread bowl, and if you stuck around long enough for this part, I issued out a challenge to one of my favorite YouTubers, who is also a role model of mine and inspiration for helping me, you know, start my YouTube channel. And that person is Sam the Cooking Guy. And if you know who Sam the Cooking Guy is, he is a YouTuber that lives out in California with his own YouTube channel, and he owns 2 restaurants. And he's a big inspiration to me because he didn't even start off cooking. He used to work at like some type of plant or facility doing a manager, but he quit that job to pursue YouTube and cooking because that was something that he loved to do. He took a leap of faith, like what I once said in my taco mukbang video. You never know what you are good at or what you are destined to be or do unless you take that leap. And so I issued out a challenge to him because I was wanting him to see if he can make the better pasta bread bowl. And I want y'all to help me have this challenge reach his phone or computer or whatever by spamming his name, Sam the Cooking Guy, in the comments on the Instagram post and sharing it to his page. I want Sam the Cooking Guy to see this challenge, to see this video, to see if he can make the better pasta bread bowl. And so now I'm about to get ready to head out of here. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more, because you know more is coming. But I'm out of here, y'all, so peace, and I'll see you in the next one.